In the early 1970s, the world of entertainment was on the cusp of a revolution. Yet few could have imagined the profound impact that a simple game, Pong, would have on the landscape of leisure and technology. Pong, developed by Atari and released in 1972, was a rudimentary table tennis simulation that captivated audiences with its simplicity and competitive spirit. Players controlled paddles on either side of the screen, bouncing a pixelated ball back and forth. This marked the genesis of arcade gaming, a cultural phenomenon that would soon sweep across the globe. As the 1970s progressed, the gaming industry began to take shape. The introduction of home consoles like the Magnavox Odyssey in 1972 allowed families to bring the arcade experience into their living rooms. Although primitive by today's standards, these early systems laid the groundwork for future innovations. The video game crash of 1983, however, served as a stark reminder of the volatility of the industry. Oversaturation of the market with low-quality games led to a decline in consumer confidence, resulting in a near collapse of the home gaming sector. Yet, from the ashes of this crash, a phoenix emerged. The arrival of the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, in 1985 revolutionized home gaming. With iconic titles such as Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda, Nintendo revived the industry, setting new standards for game design, storytelling, and character development. The NES not only restored faith in video games, but also established the importance of quality control, leading to a more curated gaming experience. The late 1980s and early 90s saw the rise of 16-bit consoles like the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, which introduced gamers to richer graphics and sound. This era was characterized by fierce competition between Sega and Nintendo, spurring innovation and creativity. Iconic franchises were born, including Sonic the Hedgehog and Street Fighter II, which not only captivated audiences but also introduced multiplayer gaming and competitive play to a broader audience. As technology advanced, so did the complexity of games. The mid-1990s marked the transition from 2D to 3D gaming, a shift epitomized by the release of the Sony PlayStation in 1994. The PlayStation's powerful hardware allowed for immersive environments and intricate storytelling, leading to groundbreaking titles like Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid. This era also saw the rise of the first-person shooter genre, with games like Doom and Quake revolutionizing multiplayer gaming through online connectivity. The turn of the millennium brought with it a wave of innovation. The introduction of the Microsoft Xbox in 2001 not only expanded the console market, but also introduced Xbox Live, a service that enabled gamers to connect and compete online. This marked a significant shift in how games were played, fostering a sense of community among players and paving the way for the multiplayer experiences that would dominate the gaming landscape in the years to come. As the 2000s progressed, the gaming industry continued to evolve. The advent of mobile gaming transformed the way people interacted with games, with smartphones becoming the new platform for casual gaming. Titles like Angry Birds and Candy Crush Saga reached millions, proving that gaming could be accessible to everyone, not just dedicated console players. This democratization of gaming opened up new avenues for creativity and innovation, leading to an explosion of indie games that challenged traditional norms and pushed the boundaries of what games could be. The introduction of motion sensing technology in the late 2000s, exemplified by the Nintendo Wii, further expanded the gaming audience. The Wii's intuitive controls encouraged families and non-gamers to engage with video games in a way that felt natural and fun. This era also saw the rise of the virtual reality, VR, a concept that had long been relegated to the realm of science fiction. Early attempts at VR in the 1990s had failed to capture the public's imagination, but advancements in technology led to a resurgence of interest in the 2010s. The launch of the Oculus Rift in 2016 marked a significant milestone in the evolution of gaming. This headset offered an immersive experience that transported players into fantastical worlds, providing a level of interactivity and engagement that was previously unimaginable. Other companies, such as HTC with its Vive and Sony with PlayStation VR, followed suit, further solidifying VR's place in the gaming industry. Gamers could now experience a sense of presence within their favorite games, interacting with environments and characters in ways that felt real and tangible. As gaming technology continued to advance, so did the narratives and themes explored within games. The rise of narrative-driven experiences, exemplified by titles like The Last of Us and God of War, showcased the potential of video games as a storytelling medium. These games blended cinematic storytelling with interactive gameplay, allowing players to forge emotional connections with characters and immerse themselves in rich, complex narratives. The gaming industry also began to grapple with issues of representation and inclusivity. The push for diverse characters and stories became a prominent topic, reflecting broader societal changes. Games started to feature protagonists from various backgrounds, genders, and orientations, allowing players to see themselves reflected in the stories they played. This shift not only enriched the gaming experience, but also fostered a sense of belonging among players who had long felt marginalized. As of 2023, the evolution of gaming continues unabated. The integration of artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and cloud gaming is reshaping how games are developed and played. Players can now access vast libraries of games without the need for expensive hardware, and AI is being utilized to create more responsive and adaptive game environments. The lines between gaming, social interaction, and entertainment are blurring, with platforms like Twitch and YouTube transforming gamers into influencers and content creators. The journey from Pong to virtual reality is a testament to human creativity and innovation. What began as a simple game has evolved into a multifaceted industry that entertains, educates, and connects people across the globe. As technology continues to advance, one can only imagine what the future holds for gaming. The possibilities are endless, and the adventure is far from over. Follow for more incredible stories from gaming's history.